wasn't, to me, any kind of focus like of the future at that time. And at the same time, we were not told about this, but we're lucky enough to live in a state that actually had a a college level program. And my husband found it online. We didn't find it from any of the people who were working with us in the schools on transitioning him from high school to adult. So we were kind of on our own, basically, without much hope for the future.
How does it make you feel to know that today, all these years later, that's still pretty much how it is?
La la la, I don't want to hear it, no.
Transition is a piece that schools really need to figure out. I have to say, I know that they're trying to do better, but I think if they could help on the education side of the piece, that would help with better outcomes.
Education would help. And I also think one thing my husband and I as business owners noticed was that in any kind of programs that we went to, job fairs, learning how to write a resume, learning how to do a job interview, we saw a lot of people with really good hearts and really good intentions, but they were more like the social workers or the case managers. There were not employers there. That bridge has to happen. The employers need to be there, right? And I know that's a big leap. I know it's a big leap.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna, like, when I take a look at what happened with Tim at Red Robin, for instance, it's like if employers felt the way that manager felt, and he did not have experience with someone with Down syndrome. He just said, no, we have our own training program. If we'll put Tim through that, and then if we need any help, we'll get it. But instead, we approach players with, we've got a team of people, and they're going to come into your business, and they're going to, help this person do this and that. Step back for a second and go, what help does this business need? These are very smart adults who know their business, they know their jobs, they know what needs to be done, and then put that team on there where they're needed, but don't just say, you got to have this team, right? I don't know. There's just so many pieces to it, Greta, that I honestly think that the success that we've had with Tim had to do with every time we took a step back and said, what can he do and where does he need help? And I'm not saying we did that perfectly, but the times that we did that and he was successful, it was because we took a look at, we looked outside of the box, for one thing, because the box is always going to tell you what they can't do, right? And the box is always going to have the people who want to help sometimes need to help. And for a person who needs to help, they need a needy person. So you've got to watch out for that. And I'm talking to myself sometimes. I'm not talking to just about people out there. Like, I've had to check myself, like, how much did I need to help Tim with this when he didn't need it? I think to be asking that.
I think that's a very good thing for us to think of as parents. I think you're definitely
and
right.
Educators need to think of it. And educators need to think of it when they're looking at their transitions and when they're going to go out there in the real world. How much can Deborah or Johnny or Tim or Yazzie do where they don't need help? So you can apply the help to where they need it, right? Or teach the employers what they need to know. We had to do that in Tim's restaurant.